If you're watching me right now from India, you must know someone who's getting married or perhaps planning a wedding. You could be the lucky groom or bride too. After all, it is the wedding season in India. Question: how many of you spend weeks and months planning a wedding? Another question: how many of you invest the same amount of time and energy in working towards a healthy marriage? So before I end the show tonight, I want to tell you about a new report. It talks about the impact of smartphones on your marriage. The study was conducted by a smartphone manufacturer along with cyber media research. It is an annual survey among Indians to assess the impact of smartphone usage on married couples. More than 1,000 smartphone users were studied across big cities in India like New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Pune and more. We often say smartphones have connected the world, but this study finds that excessive smartphone usage is forcing couples apart. I know that sounds rather excessive, exaggerated, but let me now share the findings with you. 67% respondents confessed to being on their phones while spending time with their spouses. 89% said they spend less time talking to their partners. 66% feel excessive smartphone use had weakened their bond with their spouse. There's more. 69% say they are not attentive enough when holding a conversation with their partner. 70% say they often get irritated if their partner interrupts them when they're busy scrolling through a stranger's newsfeed. Imagine that. We're not talking about working on a presentation, being on a Teams call or being engrossed in a conversation. But people just don't like it if they are distracted when they're on their phones, no matter how inconsequential the task. Forget about those Hallmark cards saying you couldn't bear the thought of being separated from your special one. In 2022, here's a more shocking statistic. More than 84% respondents in the study said they just couldn't bear the thought of being separated from their phones. Almost as if it's a crucial organ. Smartphone addiction is not new. Its impact on relationships has been studied before. A 2016 study found that those who were more dependent on their phones were less certain about their relationships, even less satisfied in their relationships. I'll leave it to you to put two and two together. Now that I've told you what the study found, I want to ask you, are you surprised? Look at how smartphones have taken over our lives. In 2021, India had 750 million smartphone users. It is poised to be the second largest smartphone maker in the next 5 years. What's more? Some more figures. India will have 1 billion smartphone users by 2026. We are hooked to our phones when we're eating, when we're unwinding, when we're commuting, even when we're crossing the road. Even at family dinners, we're busy scrolling through social media instead of engaging in meaningful conversation. Forget about saying goodnight to our partners or tucking in the kids. Most of us would admit that our phones are the last thing we look at before calling it a night. So I ask you tonight, are you married to your smartphone? Are you hooked to technology? Are you giving more time to a gadget instead of your partner? Look, there's no denying it. Technology has made our lives easier. Smartphones have opened up the world, connected all of us. Everything is available at a click. Information is more accessible. Meeting people is easier thanks to dating apps. Social media has connected people across the world. But at what cost? We've seen those memes of what couples do to unwind, and no, it's not a romantic date or a candlelit dinner. They're hooked to their phones. So tonight I suggest you put down that phone and focus on your partner, or else your relationship with your smartphone could cost you a far more important relationship. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.